Are we live in the event?
It is setting up our meeting now. It should be live and we are 50% loaded. Thank you everybody for your patience. Welcome to Drag Queen Storytime with the National Liberty Museum and Miss Brittany Lynn. I'm gonna approve our post and we will be live on Facebook. Yep, we are up and going, Miss Brittany Lynn. If you'd like to share out, I will start sharing out after I do our introduction.
Okay, I'm sharing now. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. The National Liberty Museum is in Old City, Philadelphia. We are nestled in between 3rd and 4th Streets on Chestnut, and we are open on the weekends with time ticketing and social distancing. We celebrate the story of heroes, big and small, who have worked to secure liberty for everybody. So thank you for coming to our programming today. Our current exhibitions, we still have Philly's Freedom Artists Speak Out, where local area artists have created their representation of what freedom means to them. Recently, we opened Strength and Fragility, the story of the National Liberty Museum and the story of liberty itself, complete with a peace portal. And just last Friday, we opened a new exhibit, Heroes Among Us, where we tell the stories of the people we have honored as heroes in our different awards. We have the Young Heroes Award for young people who create change, Teacher as Hero, which is still taking applications today. If you have a teacher you'd like to nominate, our Healthcare Heroes, and anybody else who serves in the world, we seek to honor them at our museum. And now, in addition to earning the awards, they are now featured in an exhibit, so you can learn about them anytime. Please join us there. You can follow us on all of the social media. Some of you may be watching me on Facebook right now. I hope that you are. But we are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we are at the libertymuseum.org for our website. For kids and families, today we're going to be talking about the power of one, the power that you have. Coming up, you can learn about how you can take action to help our environment and celebrating Earth Day a little bit later this month. And that is with a Young Hero Award winner, Bianca Salerno. She'll be coming talking about what you can do to help others. And then we have something called Take and Do Bags. The last weekend of every month with admission, when you come visit our museum, you will get a small activist bag. This month is Earth Day action, and so you'll get a Take and Do bag to plant seeds. Parents, join us April 22nd on how to have sustainable living at home. We will have Tim Bennett of Benner Compost, and the editor-in-chief of Philly Green to help you practice more sustainability at home. To learn more about stories about how you can make a difference, I'm now going to turn it over to Miss Brittany Lynn. Miss Brittany Lynn, thank you so much for being with us today. Let me spotlight your video, and I'm going to turn me off.
Melissa, thank you so much for having me today. All this stuff looks great that you guys are doing there. I think I have to come out for I want to learn how to compost. It's going to be my thing for the summer. We have some great stories today. We are featuring some new stories. We have some of your favorites. And today we're also going to talk about the 3 R's: recycle, reuse, and reduce. So without further ado, the National Liberty Museum was kind enough to gift me this story, and it is called One. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but I have not, and this is my first time reading it, so it's great for me, and it's great for you. We have so many fun things happening. Thank you so much to the National Liberty Museum for everything that you guys do and for our community, and I'm really excited to come back and start doing this live with everybody pretty soon. It's gonna come up, so I get to see everybody in person, right? Okay, so let's start off with the book One. And it looks like this is about the color blue. And blue was a quiet color. He enjoyed looking up to the sky. He liked floating on the waves. And on days he felt daring, he liked splashing in rain puddles. Every once in a while, he wished he could be more sunny like yellow, or bright like green, be more regal like purple, more outgoing like orange, but overall, he liked being blue. Except when he was with Red. Red was a hothead. He liked to pick on Blue. Red is a great color, he'd say. Red is hot and blue is not. Well, then Blue would feel bad about being blue. Sometimes Yellow comforted Blue. Blue is a very nice color, she'd say. But Yellow never said that in front of Red. She never said, stop picking on Blue. Green, purple, and orange thought Blue was nice too, but they never told Red to stop either. The book's very new. Every time Red said something mean and no one spoke up, he got bigger and bigger and bigger. Soon Red grew so big that everyone was afraid of him. No one dared stop him. Red picked on all the colors. Then everybody felt a little like Blue. Until one came. He had a different shape with bold strokes and squared corners. He was funny and he made the colors laugh. Red saw this and got very hot. Stop laughing, he told Yellow. Stop laughing, he told Green. Stop laughing, he told Purple and Orange. And they did. Red rolled up to One. Stop laughing, he told him. But One stood up straight like an arrow and he said, no. Good for One. Red was mad, but One wouldn't budge. So Red rolled away. One turned to the other colors and said, if someone is mean and picks on me, I, for one, stand up and say no. Then Yellow felt brave and said, me too. Green agreed and said, me three. Then Purple became 4 and Orange became 5. Blue saw the colors change. He wanted to count. Red grew red hot. He felt left out. He grew hotter and hotter and hotter. Red raced over the Blue and said what he always said. Red is hot and Blue is not. But this time, Blue stood up tall and became 6. Red can really be hot, he said, but Blue can be super cool. Red blew a fuse and tried to roll over Blue. But everyone took a stand and they said no, and they all lined up. Seeing them standing tall, Red felt very, very small. Then Red turned even redder and began rolling away. Blue called out, can Red be hot and Blue be cool? And Red stopped in his tracks. Red can count too, said One. Red rocked and rolled and turned into 7. Everyone counts, they shouted. Then Red laughed and joined in the fun. Sometimes it just takes one. The end. Wow, Lissa, what a great book. I think this is like my new favorite. Oh, I love the color stories, especially Red, the crayon story, because I think this is our new go-to. This is great. Thank you so much for that. Right?
Yeah, I'm glad you love it.
Because sometimes it just takes one person to make a big change, and that's what we're here to talk about, how one person can make an impact on the community, on your friends, on your environment. We're going to go into all this today. But let's talk about how you can make an impact on your family and your friends if they happen to feel down or if they're having a bad day. And we're going to read an Elephant and Piggy book, and it's called My Friend is Sad. Do you guys know Elephant and Piggy? Yeah, I see you guys are, yes. All right, cool. Well, let's see what's going on. It's called My Friend is Sad. Well, here's Elephant, and he's sitting by himself, and he looks really sad, and he's just given the, very dramatic Elephant. And Piggy says, my friend is sad. Doesn't it make you sad when your friends are sad? I know it makes me sad. So Piggy does what we all try to do. And he says, I will make him happy. So Elephant is standing here, and here comes this cowboy on a horse, and he says, yee-haw. And you can kind of tell who that is, right? And Elephant says, a cowboy. And the cowboy races off. Then Elephant is sad again. And Piggy says, Gerald loves cowboys, but he is still sad. So Elephant turns around, and here comes what? A clown juggling, right? And Elephant says, oh my gosh, it's a clown. And he's doing tricks and he's juggling and everything. And then he starts to walk away, and the elephant is sad again. And he's like, ah. And Piggy says, clowns are funny, but he is really still sad. So Elephant's still sitting there, and then look what comes. What is that? A giant robot. And Elephant says, a robot. And he's excited again. And then the elephant goes away, and look, he's sad again. And Piggy says, how can anybody be sad around a robot? Well, now the elephant is really going through it. He is so sad. What's good? And here comes Piggy, and he says, Gerald. And Elephant says, Piggy. And Piggy says, I'm sorry. I wanted to make you happy, but you are still sad. And Piggy says, well, I'm not sad now. I'm happy. And Piggy says, you're happy? And Elephant says, I'm happy because you are here. And oh, speaking of things, hey, excuse me. Oh, sorry. You know, sometimes these things happen. There we go. Okay, that's Kylie. That's my kitty. And Kylie is 21 years old. She is probably the oldest cat ever. So we let her do things and get away with things. So I will just read the book. So Elephant says, I was so sad, Piggy, so very sad. Elephant says, I saw a cowboy. And Piggy says, but you love cowboys. And then Elephant says, I do love cowboys. She's going to leave after the story. I know. Hi, baby. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And Elephant says, you were not there to see him. And Piggy says, well, in fact, I was. And Elephant says, wait, there was more. Elephant says, then I saw a clown. A funny clown. And Elephant says, but you were not there to see him. And Piggy says, but, and then Elephant does what? Cuts him off again. And he says, there was more. I saw a robot, a cool robot. And he says, and my best friend was not there to see it with me. And he gets very upset. And Piggy says, but you see, I am here now. And Elephant says, you are here now. My friend is here now. And doesn't that make him happy? Isn't it always better when your friends are around, no matter how sad you are? And Elephant says, I need my friends. And Piggy says, what you need is new glasses. The end. What a good story. Now, Miss Kylie, are you going to behave for the rest of this story time? Or are we going to have some issues? She's sulking around the book table. We always like to bring our kids and our pets in for story time sometimes. It's either a visit from Kylie or from my dog Buddy. And for being 21 years old, I will say she gets around. Come here, baby girl. Now she's gonna be mad at me, but say bye, Miss Kylie. There you go, baby. Okay, we're gonna do one more story, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about how you can make some changes, even around your house. Oh, glasses are getting steamy. These are my Sally Jesse Raphael glasses, parents, if you remember her. So this is about how you can make a difference in your family just by having fun and being yourself and being kind to others. And it's called Love Makes a Family. Love is waking up bright and early. Love is baking a special cake. Love is knowing where everything is. Keep it tidy. Keep it tidy for your parents. It makes a big difference in their morning, trust. Love is finding the biggest puddles when it rains. We've been getting a lot of that. Love is lending a helping hand. Love is watching from the front row. Do you guys do shows for your parents? Do you guys put on shows? I believe it. Yeah. Love is playing on the weekend. And I can't stress this enough. Always take some time for yourself, for your family. I know we all have school, we all have work, but it's really, really important that you at least take a couple hours every day for yourself, for your siblings, for your family. Believe me, you need time for yourself. Love is making things better again. And that could be helping your parents around the house. It could be helping your neighbors. It could be doing simple things around the house like dishes and chores and just helping out in any way you can. It's all good things. Love is washing away the day. There's nothing better than taking a big hot bath or a shower after running around, and really helps soothe the day. And love is reading one more book. And who doesn't love books more than me and the Storytime program and the National Liberty Museum? I will say they send me the most amazing books, and our library is growing each and every month. Love is chasing away monsters. You know, sometimes if you think there's something under the bed or something in the closet, which there's not, but it's always good to have somebody there to just check out your room and just give that little reassurance. And love is a kiss before bed. Good night. That's what love is, right? Love is cats that like to walk across your computer during story time when she should be sleeping. Okay. I want to talk about a couple quick things. I watch a lot of documentaries, and you know that now that we've been home, for a lot of us have been home for the past year, you know, and I've learned some things about how I can go to what is called zero waste. It's three things. It's reducing, it's recycling, and it's reusing. Well, what are these things? Well, I'm going to tell you a couple things. So one is reduce. So reduce could be as such easy things as maybe buying mesh grocery bags, so you don't have to keep using paper and plastic bags, which is very hard on our environment. And we've gotten so used to them over the last, I guess, 50 years or so, but they're very bad for the environment. So a lot of times people will use reusable grocery bags. You can get them at any shopping, grocery store, so that you don't have to rely on their paper and plastic bags. Another thing could be mesh produce bags, because when we all go and we get our vegetables and our produce, we use the store's plastic bags, and those are no good. So you can always get a little mesh bag, and they're easily seen through and they're easily to use, and that reduces the amount of things that we're contributing to trash, to our, when we take the trash out during a week, just notice all of the stuff that you throw away, that hopefully gets recycled, which brings me to the next thing, which is recycle. So you'll notice when you take the trash out, there's two trash cans. There's your regular trash can, and then there are the little blue trash cans. And the little blue trash cans are for recycling. So what is recycling? That's when we can take things like paper, plastic, and we can wash them out when we're done using them and put them into the blue trash cans. And they get recycled, which means they are melted down and reused again in other things. And a lot of the products that we use sometimes are single-use plastics. And what a single-use plastic is when you get like takeout, or you get take home food from Grubhub, which I know we all love Grubhub, but what happens is we get these plastic forks, we get these plastic knives, we get these paper towels and all this stuff. And that's no good for the environment either, because what happens is if you're not recycling this plastic, it just gets piled away, and pretty soon there's going to be these giant trash piles, and who knows what we're going to do with them. So always recycle. Make it part of your weekly, household project. See how many things you can recycle, wash out. Make sure you wash them out. If they're tuna cans or cat food cans or anything, you have to wash them out first and then put them into the blue trash can. See how much stuff that you can actually recycle and make it part of your routine. Don't just throw things out. Also, we have reuse. So reuse means trying to find ways to reusing things once you're done using them, obviously, but certain things that you can do in order to reuse and reduce are you can order things made out of bamboo. There are like zero waste products such as silk floss rather than regular dental floss, because that is compostable. You can use bamboo toothbrushes rather than regular toothbrushes because those are combustible. You can, find a lot of products that are either reusable or they're biodegradable, which means they break down for the environment rather than causing clutter. But find some things. If you have a tin can from something that maybe then that can go ahead and be used to hold something else in. If you have a big box, that you hold on to, maybe that can hold toys or something like that. So these three things are very, very important to the planet. And just think how much one person can do. Now multiply that by everybody here and think of what an impact that would make if everyone in our house and in our community and everywhere would learn to reuse, recycle, and it's upside down, and reduce, right? So that's my little speech on the power of one. Okay, it's important though. I hope you took notice to that. Speaking of the power of one, this is one of my favorite stories, and it is called The Pout Fish and the Bully Shark. Do you guys know the Pout Fish? Yeah. All right, let's see what's going on here. Okay, here we go. Well, deep in the ocean, on a warm, gentle day, bubbled lots of lovely laughter and the sounds of happy play. Mr. Fish, his pals and buddies were together at the park, having fun and feeling welcome, when along came what? A shark. Look at that big shark. The shark showed his teeth and he growled as he swam. Move aside, microfishies. It's my turn. Now scram. Kylie's coming back for another appearance here. Mr. Shark shrank back and he felt very strange. The bright morning tilted and the park began to change. The friends all around him seemed to shrink back too. Mr. Fish's face flattened. I don't know what to do. This shark acted badly. Being mean is wrong. But I'm just one fish. Am I really that strong? The water slowly calmed, and the friends found their way back to laughter-filled frolic and a cheery, cheery day. But the shark came round again, and he used a bad name. He shouted, "Get lost. I'm the boss of this game." Well, Mr. Fish shrank back with his feelings in a lump. Fear grew inside him in a weird, heavy clump. The friends all around him seemed to shrink back too. Mr. Fish's face furrowed. Oh, I don't know what to do. She loves this story. The shark acted badly. Being mean is wrong. But I'm just one fish. Am I really that strong? The friends tried again to enjoy their favorite park, but the shadow of their worries made the day seem dark. The unmentioned tension grew when Shark reappeared. He stole a guppy's lunch. Fear the fin, he sneered. Mr. Fish shrank back, and his innards did a flop. His feelings tumbled jumbled. Would this horror ever stop? Well, the friends all around him seemed to shrink back too. Mr. Fish's face fizzled. Oh, I don't know what to do. This shark acted badly. Being mean is wrong, but I'm just one fish. Am I really that strong? He turned to leave the park, feeling sad through and through. Then slowly came a thought there was something he could do. Words can make a difference when things go wrong. Yes, I'm just one fish, but my voice is strong. It's like a wireless mic right here. Mr. Fish turned back and directly faced the shark. It was time to talk straight about what happened in the park. Mr. Shark, said Mr. Fish, you have broken up our fun. Bully isn't who you are, but it is what you have done. The things you did were mean, and that's not what we expect. So please leave until you're ready to treat us with respect. Do you hear that, Kylie? Just making the rounds. Come on, move it along. Mr. Fish spoke up, and his words rang out loud. The friends all around him formed an upstanding crowd. Together they were stronger. Now none of them were scared, and they cared about each other and the ocean world they shared. Soon Mr. Fish was laughing, and his friends were having fun, taking turns and using empathy, each and every one. And he's got the book, How to Be Respectful. The park filled again with the soundful joys of play, plus the confidence of knowing how to keep it that way. We are kind, we are fair, we are all potential friends. So we speak up when we need to, and that's how bullying ends. The end. What a good story. Baby girl, I'm gonna put you back down again. She's really having a moment. There you go, my love. She's 21 years old and still carrying on like this. Okay, well, we have time for one more story. Stay down. One more story here. And this shows you how the power of one voice can make a big difference in your community when it comes to handling certain things in your area. And it's about my good friend who's a bunny. And his name is Marlon Bundo. Do you guys know Marlon Bundo? Yeah. All right, let's see what he's got going on. Okay. Well, he says, hello, my name is Marlon Bundo and I am a bunny. He says, I live with my mom, my grandma, my grandpa in an old stuffy house on the grounds of the U.S. Naval Observatory. That's because my grandpa is the vice president and his name is Mike Pence. Well, this book's a little outdated. He's no longer our vice president, but this story isn't going to be about him anyway because he isn't very fun. This story is about Marlon Bundo because he's very, very fun. And this is a story of his very special day. Well, his very special day started out like every other day. He woke up all alone and ate a fine bunny breakfast all alone. While he watched the news, you guessed it, all alone, because sometimes old stuffy houses can be very lonely. After breakfast, he hopped to the garden to look at the flowers and he said, hello down there to the bugs. Hello, Phil, and hello, Dennis. And that's when he saw him. He was a big fluffy bunny with the floppiest floppy ears and the bushiest bushy tail. He was bunny beautiful. Marlon Bundo was standing still, but being near him made him feel like his heart was still hopping. Look how cute that bunny is. My name is Marlon, he said, but my family calls me Botus. It's short for Bunny of the United States, and it's a long story. Well, my name is Wesley, and my family calls me Wesley, said Wesley. Wesley and Marlon hopped together all around the garden. They hopped over daisies. They hopped over tiny carrots that weren't ready to grow up to be lunches yet. They hopped over Phil and Dennis. Once they hopped through every part of the garden, they did not want to stop hopping. So they hopped right inside that old stuffy house. They hopped up and down the creaky stairs and made beautiful creaky stair music together. They hopped through the kitchen and left bunny footprints. They hopped through very boring meetings with very, very boring people that we don't have to see anymore. It was a good hop. It was the best hop. And then he realized something. When he hopped with Wesley, the old stuffy house didn't feel lonely anymore. At the end of the hop, he says, Wesley, I don't want to stop hopping without you. And Wesley said, that's funny because I never want to hop without you, Marlon Bundo, ever again. And they both said, we will get married and hop together forever. Well, hello, everyone, they said to the animals in the garden. Hello, Phil and Dennis the bugs, and Pumpernickel, who is a badger, and Scooter, who is a turtle, and Dill Prickle, who is a hedgehog, and Mr. Paws, who is a very good dog. Hello, all of you. We are getting married so we can hop together forever. Hooray, said Phil and Dennis the bugs, and Pumpernickel, who is a badger, and Scooter, who is a turtle, and Dill Prickle, who is a hedgehog, and Mr. Paws, who's a very good dog. Hooray, said all of their friends, because that is what supportive animal friends say. Well, wait, said a very scary voice. You can't get married. They looked around and saw that scary voice was coming from the stink bug. Let me tell you a little about the stink bug. The stink bug was in charge. He was important. None of the other animals knew why he was in charge or why he was important, but he was. And that meant he made the rules. That meant all the animals listened to him, even though this was very true. He's very stinky. Boy bunnies don't marry girl bunnies. Boy bunnies don't marry boy bunnies, said the stink bug. Boy bunnies have to marry girl bunnies. But this is the bunny I love, said Wesley. And this is the bunny I love, said Marlon Bundo. Just being next to Wesley made him a little bit braver. Too bad, said the stink bug. I am the stinkiest and I am important. I'm the stinkiest and I am in charge. Boy bunnies marry girl bunnies and girl bunnies marry boy bunnies. This is the way it's always been, and you are different, and different is bad. Let's give him a big thumbs down. Boo, right? Well, the other animals whispered nervously amongst themselves. Pumpernickel, who is a badger, came forward. He says, well, I'm different too. I eat my sandwich's crust first. I am different too, said Dill Prickle, who is a hedgehog. I read the ends of books before I read the beginnings, just to make sure that they're not too sad for me. I am different too, said Mr. Paws, who is a very good dog. Sometimes I sniff butts and I don't know why. Well, everyone is different and different is not bad, said Scooter, who is a turtle. Different is special. Well, wait, said Mr. Paws, who is a very good dog and a very smart dog. Wait a minute. We get to decide who is in charge and we get to decide who is important because we can do what? We can vote. And on this very special day, all of the animals voted on who they wanted to have in charge, and they chose not the stink bug. So hooray, said Marlon Bundo, and hooray, said Wesley. Hooray, said all of their friends, because that is what supportive friends say. Well, here comes the stink bug again, and he says, no, boy bunnies can't marry boy bunnies. And these animals said, you are not in charge. And he's not in charge. Who knows where he is now? So Wesley and Marlon got married. They had two handsome groom otters named Muffins and Cubby, and a flower mouse named Hiccup. They ate and danced to Hokey Pokey. dill pickle was especially very good. And the ceremony was performed by a cat named Pajama who brought her wife as a date. After they ate and drank and danced, they went home together. We have to get some sleep, Marlon. Tomorrow we leave on our bunny moon. Because it doesn't matter if you love a girl bunny or a boy bunny, or if you eat your sandwich backwards or forwards. Stink bugs are temporary. Love is forever. The end. Well, I hope you guys really enjoyed the special Power of One story time that we had with the National Liberty Museum today. Just so you guys know, if you want to look into these books, we had one, and it's written by Kathryn Otoshi. We had the Pout Pout Fish and the Bully Bully Shark by Deborah Deason. We had Love Makes a Family by Sophie Beer. We had My Friend is Sad, an Elephant and Piggy book by Mo Williams. And we had A Day in the Life of Marlon Bundo. And it says written by Marlon Bundo with Jill Twist, and also presented by John Oliver. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Remember, we are here the second Tuesday. We're here the second Tuesday of every month, but stay tuned because we are going to start. I thought that was my cat. We are going to start going live from the actual National Liberty Museum, and I can see you guys in person pretty soon. It's going to be amazing. So just follow the National Liberty Museum on Facebook and also on Instagram, and you can follow Drag Queen Storytime on Facebook. And my name is Brittany Lynn. I'll hand this back to Alyssa, if she's there. Sorry, I didn't see.
Sorry, we're cleaning up from snacks. Thank you so much, Miss Brittany Lynn. Thank you, everybody, for attending today. And I just want to show you real quick, all your small actions can add up to one big impact. This is in our museum. It's called the Flame of Liberty. It is 546 individual pieces. All of our little pieces are right here on the wall. Do you see how small and beautiful they are? Well, when you put them all together, they make this big, beautiful sculpture. It's so big, in fact, it goes up 2 floors.
Wow.
And I just wanted to show you that even though, sorry, my baby's playing with the keys, even though you might be just one person making a small action, when everyone takes a small action added together, it is a huge impact. Oh, and I get blurry when I share Matterport. I'm so sorry. But thank you for coming today. Lots of exciting things coming up. We will be having Miss Brittany Lynn in person. We can't wait. So please stay tuned. Have a wonderful Tuesday, and we'll see you guys next month.
Bye, guys. Thank you. I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.